All right. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another preview of the upcoming week, the week of the 11th of May, 2025. Let's jump right into it. Our first pair that we're going to start off with is the Euro GBP. Now, if you remember last week, I said that this pair was going to retest this area and sell down, and that's exactly what it did. It retested this level, this resistance level, and it sold. Now we're here. Now, what I think is going to happen, let's first take a look from the 1 week. So we can see that we're in a downtrend. All right. Heading towards this trend line. Towards this trend line. So we're pulling back to this trend line. It may appear so. And I think that's what's going to continue happening for the upcoming week. We're going to pull back to this trend line. And then hopefully we get a rejection from it and we continue to the upside from there. So I expect a retest of this trend line, and then we start making our way up. That's my forecast for the Euro GBP for this upcoming week. If price happens to break through the trend line, then I think at the very least, it should stop at this support level. That's if it breaks through the trend line. It should come here. But I do believe we'll get a retest and a rejection of this trend line. So that's what I think will happen for the upcoming week for Euro GBP. Now, the Euro USD. The US dollar gained some strength over this week. And so we were finally able to break through this support, this daily support. Let's take a look from the weekly. So for quite a number of weeks, we were in an uptrend. But we finally managed to break this trend line and break this support over the past week. Friday, we retested. So what I expect in the coming week is that we're going to continue this downtrend. All right. So we might get a little consolidation within this area, but eventually we're going to sell down. So look for a sell on the Euro USD. And that should also be true for your GBP USD, NZD USD, AUD USD. Those US dollar pairs, you should expect sells from them. Look for a support level or for a trend line. I personally like to trade off of the trend lines. So you should look out for that. AUD CAD. We're still in an uptrend here. I think we're going to continue in that uptrend for at least one more week. I think we're going to get to this resistance area here before we see any major changes. But I think that's what's going to happen for the upcoming week with the AUD CAD. So what I would look for is a retest of this trend line and then buy off of it. That's what I'm looking for. USD JPY. I think we're going to continue going upwards. We're going to continue with the bullish momentum. Price retested this trend line on the daily on Friday. So we'll look for buys off of this trend line. Maybe meander a little bit, go a little sideways, and then keep going to the upside. All right. So I'm expecting EuroCAD, more of the same. I expect to see bullish momentum. I think price will retest this resistance area. All right. So we can see the uptrend on the daily. Uptrend. This is retracement. And then we will continue up. So look for a little pullback and then just continue to the upside. So we can get to this resistance zone. Now GBP AUD. This, we're at a resistance level. We tried breaking through it. We failed. We're at that level again, but also at a trend line. Whilst we're also in a downward trend. Let's look at it from the weekly. It's not clear there from the weekly, but it's higher high, low, lower high, low, higher low, well, not higher low. So this is an easier way to get it. So we move from candlesticks to a line chart, higher high, low, higher low, lower high, lower low, higher low. We should sell down now, all right? So on the weekly, we're in a bearish momentum, bearish trend. On the daily, pretty much the same. Higher high, we get the low, we get a lower high, a lower low. We're at the higher low, about to make the lower low. So I expect a sell. And let's go down to 4 hours. Same is true. All right. So with that being said, I expect sells for the GBP AUD. So we retested this area, and we're also at a trend line. So that's an area of confluence. You've got a resistance area and a trend line. And price is in a downward trend. So there's a high probability that this is going to sell, but this is Forex. There's no guarantee of anything. Price may very well break through this and continue moving to the upside. All right. But I am looking at this for sells. I would look for confirmation if I were you, a change in the trend, a break and a retest. All right. Last one, AUD-CHF. Started off from the weekly. So still in a downtrend, haven't completely broken it on the weekly. On the daily, however, we're on an uptrend. All right. Let's make it a little bit more clear. Lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, about to make another higher high. All right. So on the daily, 4 hours, same thing. Lower low, higher high, higher low. We were working, we weren't able to break this resistance at this point, but we were creating a higher low until we made a higher high. Then we made another higher low, higher high, and we're about to make another higher high. So uptrend, I expect this to continue upwards. So I expect an bullish Aussie dollar. All right. So that's it. That's it. That's my forecast for the upcoming week. I gave you quite a few pairs there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was educational, and I hope it helps you make a lot of profit. Tell your friends about the channel. Tune in next week. Watch some of my old videos. Enjoy. Happy trading.